Welcome to the ZigWheels News Shuffle, where we let you know the top automotive news of the week, but with a slight twist. We do it over a game of cards. And then you decide who's the winner by clicking the I button and voting for either the cars or the bikes. I'm Jehan, and today I'll be representing the bikes team.
And I'm Alan, and I'm hoping to give a much needed boost to the cars team since we've been losing for the past couple of shuffles.
Yeah, so their representative always says that, and well, they've always seemed to fall short.
Well, I can't disagree with that, but let's get straight to it.
Yeah, and let me just start off with something big. Oh, away, oh, away, oh, away, oh, away.
Lion King? Movies?
No, we are not talking about movies, but more specifically the Leoncino. Benelli has launched its scrambler offering in India at rupees 4.79 lakh. Well, it is of course India's most affordable scrambler offering, and since Benelli has called it Leoncino, it means the lion cub in Italian. So it packs a neo-retro styling coupled with that typical Italian flair. And what it packs is the same engine that you find on the TRK 502, which makes roughly 47.5 PS and 46 Newton meters of torque.
Didn't we say that was underpowered?
Yeah, on the TRK, since it's an adventure tourer and it's a big motorcycle, the engine did feel a little underpowered. But for this motorcycle, it's compact, it's a light motorcycle, plus it gets a chunky USD fork, a rear monoshock, both of which are fully adjustable, 2 disc brakes at the front wheel, LED lighting all around, and an LCD digital instrument console. That makes for a feature-packed motorcycle at an affordable price point.
Well, I have to give you that. But if we're talking about feature-rich and at a reasonable price, then I've got Nios for you. Nios means more in Irish, and Hyundai are promising that the new Grand i10 is going to be more, both in size as well as what it's offering to its customers. So on the outside you have projector headlamps, projector fog lights, and very nice attractive DRLs around the large grille. And on the inside you're also going to get premium features like an 8-inch touchscreen, wireless charging, and more space than the Grand i10.
But when you said more, does it get the larger engine, the 1.5?
Well, no, it's still a small car, so it still has to keep to the small car regulations. So you're still going to get the same 1.2 litre petrol and a 1.2 litre diesel, but we do expect that these are going to be BS6 ready engines. And what's more, they're going to have an AMT in both the petrol and the diesel engine this time.
Doesn't the Maruti Swift already get an AMT option for both the petrol and the diesel?
Well, I have to give you that, but the old Grand i10 had only an automatic in the petrol engine, and now you have automatics for both engine options. Another point to note is that Hyundai are going to continue with the old Grand i10 as well simultaneously. So they are covering all their bases.
So there's not much Nios about it.
Well, it is larger and it is a little bit more premium, but
let me tell you something which is really Nios, and that is going to be Triumph's 2020 model lineup. Triumph has already showcased us the Rocket 3, and they are also going to launch the Daytona Moto 2 edition. And now 3 new Triumphs have been spotted, of which I'm most excited about is the new Tiger.
So all we're going to talk about is big cats then, are we?
Calm down, we got a lot more packed. But this new Tiger is likely going to have a bigger engine. It'll meet the upcoming Euro 5 emission norms, and the styling has been changed. It looks a bit more enduro-ish, and as seen on the test fuel, we see a lot of premium components. Maybe you can see Olin suspension and Brembo monoblock calipers. The other spotted motorcycles are the mass production ready versions of the Daytona, as well as an uprated Tucson R. So we can see this entire lineup at this year's EICMA, and maybe they might come down to India sometime next year. And this is something I just cannot wait for.
Well, you may not be able to wait for your big cats with claws, but something I just can't wait to see on Indian roads is the new Audi e-Tron Quattro. That's going to launch later this year, but that's not the big news. Well, actually big small news, because Audi has just taken the covers off a new baby e-Tron. It's going to be called the e-Tron 50. That makes 312 PS of power, 540 Newton meters of torque, and has a battery range of 300 kilometers.
So that means it is less powerful, it will be slower, and it will run out of juice quicker than the e-tron. So what's the positive here?
Well, yes, you're right, but it's also going to be more affordable.
Affordable than what?
Than the e-tron Quattro. And that expected price is going to be around about 1.5 crore. Yes, but it's still going to be more affordable and probably be priced just below or at 1 crore.
Yeah, if you say so, that is affordable. Speaking of something electric and really affordable, India's first electric motorcycle has finally got its launch date.
Wasn't it supposed to launch last month?
Yeah, you're right. The launch date was pushed to August 7th, but due to some unforeseeable circumstances, it has now been pushed to August 28th. With the recent reduction in GST, we expected the bike to be priced initially at 1 lakh, but now we think that the Revolt RV400 could be priced slightly below a lakh of rupees. And another good thing is that the first bike was rolled out of the Manesar plant just this past week. So deliveries are slated to begin from September in cities like Delhi and Pune, with Mumbai, Bangalore and other few cities joining in very soon.
And that brings me to my next piece of news, which is from Kia Motors.
Let me guess, it's the Seltos once again.
But I can't help it, it's hot property right now. Everything is going to be about the Seltos. And this bit of news is that since the bookings were open 3 weeks ago, the Kia Seltos has managed to chalk up over 23,000 bookings. And that's a lot.
Wow.
And what's more, on the launch date, which is the 22nd of August, Kia are also going to start deliveries as well.
Okay.
And that's not all. There's more news from Kia. It's big news. Well, big in the sense that it deals with the Carnival. Okay. It's been spotted testing in Chennai, and that's going to launch in the first half of 2020.
That seems like a long time to wait for a vehicle. And speaking of waiting for a vehicle, well, we know of one motorcycle which owners have been waiting for a really long time.
Let me guess, Jawa, right?
Yeah, so there is good news for those who booked their Jawas and have been waiting for a long time.
Oh, so you mean that there's no waiting anymore?
No, the waiting period still exists. The good news is that now you have a delivery estimator tool on the Jawa website. Yeah, don't laugh. The delivery estimator tool is basically you go online, feed in details regarding your booking ID and your registered mobile number, and it will not tell you the exact date when your Jawa will be delivered, but it will give you a rough time frame of about 10 days when your Jawa will reach your dealerships.
So you mean to say that they're just rubbing salt in your wounds, is it?
No, but you're finally getting to know when your Jawa is actually coming, no?
Well, okay, so I'll give you that. So, well, my friend has one booked in February. Can he go on it and find out when his is going to be delivered?
No. Because this service is only for those who booked their Jawa before 25th December 2018. Yeah, but Jawa has said that they are updating their systems, and for bookings later than that date, they'll be updating the website with this soon.
Well, at least there's something. Okay, well, that's one way to tease your customers. Someone else who has teased something is Maruti, and they've teased images of the new XL6.
What's the XL6?
The XL6 is a more premium version of the Ertiga. So what that means is you're going to get a bigger face, LED headlamps, roof rails, plastic cladding as well, and it's going to be more of a crossover than an MPV that the Ertiga is.
So it's basically a facelift of the Ertiga.
Well, no, not at all. It's going to be more premium, so it's going to be sold under Maruti's Nexa umbrella, and as you know, that means a better customer experience. And also the 6 in XL stands for 6 seats, so it's going to have captain seats as standard. The other thing we know is that it's going to have only the 1.5 petrol engine with a 5-speed manual and maybe the 4-speed automatic as well, but there won't be any diesel engine option.
Yeah, Maruti ditch diesels for the future. But Alan, we all love MotoGP in the office, and we also kind of like MotoGP race replicas. So wouldn't you like to own a race replica yourself?
I can, is it possible?
Yeah, of course. Suzuki have it for you.
Not another sticker job.
No, it's not a sticker job. Where Suzuki has launched the Gixxer SF250 MotoGP edition, which is basically the
Are
same.
you saying it's going to get more power then?
No, it doesn't get more power. It's the same old Gixxer SF250, but with a MotoGP livery now. Kind of similar like the one Alex Rins runs on his GSXR MotoGP race bike. The difference here on the SF250 from the 155cc SF is that obviously you get the 250cc decal, plus the black belly panel on the 150cc bike is now blue in color.
More blue again, right?
Yeah, you can make jokes about that, but this bike only costs 800 rupees more than the standard colors.
Okay, that's a reasonable price for that.
Yeah,
I guess.
and judging by there are no F1 livery cars in India, paying 800 bucks more for a MotoGP livery bike, well, that makes total sense for me.
Well, to be honest, the state that F1 is in right now, I don't think anyone wants an F1 livery on their car. Since that's barely any news, let's end on a proper news note. And Nissan have just announced that they have a new cheaper variant of the Kicks. It's going to be the XE variant, which is going to be 1.2 lakh cheaper than the previous cheapest diesel. So the XV pre-option variant, which was the top end variant of the diesels, is out of the picture. And we have a new XV pre variant, which is now the top end variant. But it also gives you the same features that the pre-option variant gave you earlier.
So basically they've just changed the badging of the variants and reduced the prices?
Well, yeah, practically. And that's that.
Okay, that's a bummer to end on.
Well, that's basically it for Shuffle this week. So who do you think deserves to win this one? You can click on the I button up there and vote for your favorite team.
Yeah, let's just kick these guys out of the park once and for all, and let's just make the news shuffle all about bikes, because we are clearly winning every episode. So if you like what you've seen here, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to ZigWheels to stay notified of all our videos, just like the one where we compared the Yamaha FZ-V3 with the king of the 160s, the TVS Apache RTR 164V.
And we've also driven a highly anticipated SUV which packs in a lot of features, and the link to that video is in the description below.
Which one is it?
It's the Kia Seltos.
No!